Welcome to the Ingles table. We're the Neils from Unicoi Preserves, and if you're looking for a great way to connect as a couple, try spicing things up in the kitchen.
Cooking together is a fun way to collaborate and share in the experience of making something from scratch.
Here at the Ingles table, we're always ready for a party, and today's no different.
We're the Neils from Unicoi Preserves, and we've got a special treat for you today, our delicious Kielbasa puffs. We have everything we need, so let's get cooking.
So what we're going to do, going to start out with our puff pastry. I really like this puff pastry. I'll tell you why here in just a minute. You'll see when I open up the package. First off, it's in the refrigerated case. It's over by where the canned biscuits are, which means it's already thawed out because once again, if you didn't plan in advance, it's already ready for you. I'm going to flour my board. And if you visit inglestable.com, you'll see what I'm doing. There's a little quick tip over there at inglestable.com. Look at this puff pastry, isn't that awesome? It comes with a sheet of parchment. Clark, you would help me out, put that over there?
We're going to use that sheet of parchment that it came in to line our tray with so it doesn't stick to the baking sheet. So this is great. If you don't have parchment, don't have a silicone baking mat, look for this in the refrigerated section of your Ingles store. It comes with it included. We've pre-cooked some kielbasa sausage in the oven, 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, and let it cool to room temperature. What we're going to do is cut this into 4 equal pieces. So I'm going to cut it in half, use that heavy math again, then cut it in half again.
So Clark, what do you got there?
So we got the sausage cut into 4 equal pieces. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this so I know how to cut this pastry. I'm going to use a pizza cutter and just make a score this way. Then I'm going to just roll the sausage up. You want to do this kind of tight. Susie, you want to get a little bowl of some water so we can seal this with? We're going to roll this up. You want about a 1/2 inch overlap. And it depends on the diameter of your sausage. That's why I wait to cut it.
Water's going to serve as your glue. All right, let me put some glue in there, Clark. All right, seal her up.
All right. We're going to press this down. We're going to put it seam side down on that parchment paper.
All right. Check this out. Yeah, I think so.
Need me to cut it?
Yes, please.
All right.
All right. Don't
Make me feel useful.
Let me glue it. There you go. So this all depends on, like Clark said, the diameter of your sausages, how much puff pastry, but we just cut it as we need it. Keep rolling, keep rolling.
We've increased the temperature of our oven to 400 degrees.
Yeah, look out now.
Watch those fingers. Don't need any workplace accidents.
No, we don't. Not today. Not on the holiday.
Seam side down.
This is 1 pound of sausage. There you go. Here's some water.
Now, because we're going to slice these after they come out of the oven, I'm going to pre-score these. We're going to make these into 4 equal pieces. I'm going to be fancy, cut them on the diagonal. So I'm going to make the center cut first. It's just a mark so I'll know where to slice them. And then come back again in the middle, split the distance.
And what I'm doing while Clark is scoring those, I'm making an egg wash to put over the top. I had a little bit of water in my bowl. I cracked an egg in and I'm going to whisk it up. If Clark would just hand me that whisk from the drain board there. Thank you, sir.
Another tip, we're using kielbasa here, but if you've got someone that can't eat pork, you can just substitute your favorite sausage. I've done these successfully with chicken sausage. There's lots of great turkey and chicken sausages out there.
Okay, so we're just painting on the egg wash. It's going to make it nice and shiny. Clark, if you would, spread those out a little bit more, please. I know this is usually my part of the meal. I like to spread them out evenly. They're going to bake better if they're more evenly spaced. That looks good. You did a great job on scoring and rolling.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep you on for another holiday, I think. Okay, and that's all there is to it. That's our kielbasa puffs. Next up.
These are going to go in the oven, 400 degrees on the middle rack until they're nice and golden brown.
We usually do these 15 to 20 minutes. Always set your timer for less time than you think you need because you can't unbake things. So let's put them in the oven. We'll bake them for 15 minutes.
And then when they come out of the oven, we'll show you how we cut them, plate them with some of our Unicoi Preserves apple cider pepper spread, and show you how to make an easy Easter appetizer. So Susie has just pulled the kielbasa out of the oven. You see that they baked on that parchment sheet. We're going to take them off of that, slice them, plate them with a little bit of our Unicoi Preserves apple cider pepper spread on them.
Turn that how you need it.
This shows me where to cut them to portion them. So we're just going to slice through these, cut them on a nice bias. It fancies them up instead of your straight cuts.
I'm going to move them over here to our serving platter. All right. So we're going to turn them on their sides. I think that's going to be enough on this platter, Clark.
Okay.
If you could grab the Unicoi Preserves apple cider pepper spread, I like to serve these kielbasa puffs with a little spoonful on top of each one. Adds a nice layer of flavor.
And the cool thing about doing this while they're hot, the heat from the kielbasa actually will kind of melt that jelly a little bit and make a glaze over the top of it.
While you're doing that, I'm going to add a little bit of apple garnish, because remember, we eat with our eyes first. So I might want to put some of that kale on as well.
The kale just holds stuff in place on the platter. And that's all there is to it. This is our wonderful kielbasa puffs. We hope you'll make this year for your family at Easter.
It reminds me of my mom every time.
We're out of time for today, but we want to thank you so much for joining us here at the Ingles table. Remember, you can find recipes, tips, tricks, and more on the website at inglestable.com.
Until next time, we'll see you online.